What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're over here at B&D Automotive in Sims at our machine shop. Danny and Mr. Bobby, they got us hooked up with a big block. Somewhere. There it is. There's the big block. Let's talk to them real fast. Y'all check them out. Come over and see them if you got some machine shop needs. B&D Automotive, Sims, North Carolina. I'll show you their number. Give them a call. Awesome dudes to deal with. Doing good, hanging in there. Danny just got back from his Pro Mod experience. I did not realize Danny was on a Pro Mod team. I guess it's Pro Mod, ain't it? Is it Pro Mod?
It's Pro Boost, yeah.
Pro Boost. He said that my big block, I'm going to have to step it up. How big is the motor? How big of a motor y'all run?
526.
My motor's bigger than y'all's. I ordered to be okay, hadn't I, Mr. Bobby? Yeah, I think so.
Same thing on top.
Right. So Danny cruised for Travis Harvey. So they were in Pro Boost last weekend in Bradenton and done pretty well. Travis Harvey is a heck of a driver. Danny's a heck of a machinist and a mechanic. So he's on there. He said they can turn those cars around with him and his team in like an hour or two. Depends on what's going on. So they got me ready. So the big block, what all y'all have to do for me?
Oh, board that sleeve back out and put one back in all the way to the bottom. The other one looked like it was crooked.
So it had one sleeve in it. I don't know, y'all remember we had a sleeve in it. And when we got it from Jerry, it had a sleeve in it. But the way that they put, there's different ways you can put sleeves in. And every shop seems to be a little bit different the way they do it. And we were, Danny, since he's my machinist, we're going to make it the way he wants it, not the way somebody else wants it. So he knocked that sleeve out and stuck the other sleeve in it. We got new O-ring wire in all of them. How hard is it to put O-rings in?
That's pretty easy.
You've lost your mind. You have lost. Do you like putting in O-rings?
No.
See, this is a tag team, 2 against 1. O-ring, putting in O-ring. I can put them in, but I can never get the gap to where there's not a gap. There's always a gap wherever it is. And Danny, he done. That's what I was gonna say. I cannot do it. It is impossible for me to put O-rings in a block and there not be a gap. And most of the time, it ends up being the first one I put in was the smallest gap, and I take it out, and then the rest of them are trash. So this block is good. They cleaned it, they honed it, they put new O-ring wire in it. Everything looks good in it. So this thing is the block we got from Jerry, and they've been running this thing. Like I said, I mean, nitrous. Would y'all agree? Nitrous is the hardest power adder there is.
Pretty much.
Nitrous is rough on parts. I mean, and so nitrous engines, man. I don't know why anybody does nitrous. I mean, honestly, everybody should be like turbo or pro charge.
Fun to play with.
It is until it breaks. So they got all this done, and they've had it all done for a while, but we're just now finally able to get over here. Block's done, crankshaft. He said the crankshaft, is it standard or 10-10?
Standard.
So it's standard, and that is the crankshaft out of it. This is a Cali's something. Is it a Magnum? I wonder, can you tell if it's a Magnum or a Stealth?
Should be a Magnum.
Oh, okay. How much horsepower can they have?
Probably 2,500.
Okay. Oh, good then. Got the AFR heads hooked up. Something else too, a lot of people, they'll just do the O-rings and then they won't do the receiver grooves. But we got the receiver grooves cut in the head. Is that a pain in the butt or is that pretty easy?
It ain't bad.
It ain't bad either. Well, everything's not bad. I mean, I guess y'all do it so much. Versus me, I'm like, man, that would be a pain in the butt. Well, so Brian, I don't know if it survived the fire, but he had one of those Iskandarian tools. Have you ever seen one of those? You do it by hand on the block. I mean, it wouldn't do the head, but I have used that tool in the car, hand doing it, where the back firewall where you can't get, you have to take the handle off. You do it a half a turn at a time. Yeah, it wasn't right. So it was real deep on one side. I had to take speaker wire and individual threads and build it up. Not the proper way to do it. So y'all, so you might be able to do it proper, but that's not the best way. So find yourself a machine shop if you're close down here. They can O-ring your block for you. So and receiver group, but the pistons and stuff up here, we are going to end up changing pistons. The pistons, I wonder what CC that is. It's pretty big, ain't it? So we're going to try to drop our compression down just a tad. 42, 47 cc's. I mean, they're monsters, those things. And when we brought this thing over here, it was completely assembled. So Danny and Mr. Bobby took this thing completely apart. That is a big dome. So we're going to take that thing apart, get us a little lower compression. I think my goal is I think my current motor is like 12.5 to 1. This one, Jerry said, was like 14.5 to 1.
It needs to be cut back to probably 12 and a half.
That's what I was thinking. I think that's a good medium happy point. Probably a little on the high side. If I'm going to street drive it. Ooh, I ain't gonna never street drive this thing. Who am I kidding? Which if I do, it's going to be on M1 anyway. So I mean, I guess it makes a difference. No, I ain't going far. You're right. So we got this thing. We got 5-gallon cell, like no fuel mileage. They went ahead and ordered me some gaskets, Clark gaskets as well. So that's a good thing. I love Clark. They're awesome. We did get another camshaft because that's a nitrous camshaft. So we're going to put a turbo camshaft in it. How y'all been doing? You been racing yours any?
No.
Oh, it's been too cold.
Too cold. Raining.
Racing season's almost here.
Yeah.
Kinston's doing some testing too. You gonna be out soon?
Yep.
It'll probably fly now. You go get your personal best next weekend.
That's right. Yeah.
It's fast. How fast did you go with it last time?
541.
541 on motor. He said you're gonna spray it this year, don't you? Oh no. We just had this discussion about nitrous, didn't we? About how it tears stuff up.
His rods might look like it.
Right. All right, guys. I appreciate it. Y'all go check them out. B&D Automotive. They're out here in Sims, North Carolina, hooking us up with big block stuff. We're gonna be fast. Well, I don't know if we're gonna be fast. That's gonna be up to me if it's fast. I mean, they're like, don't come blaming us if it ain't fast. They're the machinists. They got it all together. I'm just the assembler of the parts. It's funny how a lot of people, they like, I build an engine. And I'm like, man, you put it together. That's what, that's the reality. Building an engine, Danny mic'd the bearings. Danny and Bobby done all the hard work. All I got to do is stick it together. I mean, it ain't hard for me. My end is easy. Sometimes. Because I promise you, I ain't checking nothing. I'm throwing it together. That's why I don't know how to check none of that stuff anyway. If I checked it, it would be with plastic gauge. How accurate is plastic gauge? Not very. Right. So it ain't going to fix y'all's tools. All right, guys. I appreciate it. So we are, we're getting closer on the big block stuff. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks, Bobby and Danny. See y'all.